In the quiet, manicured streets of Britain, something distressing is happening behind closed doors. Thousands of people already fighting for survival are now facing another life-threatening battle: the cost of staying alive.
Huge emotional strain. It's huge. I don't want these increases to take my husband away, but that's what I feel it could do, and that's what scares me. That these increases are going to cause us to choose, which is going to cause him to get ill, which is mean I will lose him, and that will just break my heart, and I will be forever angry.
Maxine's husband's lung disease is so severe he's waiting for a double transplant.
Breathe.
Any change in temperature can quickly worsen his condition, so their home has to be 20 degrees, 24 hours a day. The rise in energy prices then is having a dramatic impact.
I don't know with the energy cost how much it's going to cost us. Whether it runs to 2,000 to 3,000, it's going to be 50–60% of our income. The way we may survive the winter is by going out and buying food at huge reduction of cost, because at the end of the day, that's the way we're going to have to survive.
Ron has no choice but to cut his food bills, but in an exclusive poll for ITV News, 75% of Brits are planning to use less heating this winter. Only 22% said they could afford to heat their home more if it would avoid making them ill, and 14%, around 1 in 8, wouldn't heat their home more because of the extra cost, despite the health risks.
What sort of impact will that have on those 1 in 8?
They're far more likely to have complications from their underlying diseases, and a proportion of them will die. We already know that around 10,000 people per year die as a result of cold and damp and home conditions in the UK, and it is inconceivable to not see that being substantially worse this winter.
Sharon is doing everything she can to ensure more people don't lose their lives this winter.
Some people are very anxious, concerned, and just thinking about, how things are going to sort of change.
On her rounds, the social worker told me her patients are increasingly in need.
We try and look at preventative measures and ways in which we can give people that information and support, so we're not waiting just for a crisis to happen.
So you're anticipating some crises and you're trying to prevent them?
Yes, yeah, that's really important.
First, Sharon and her colleagues across the country, they are doing everything they can to help the people who need them. But for those who are having to choose between life-saving treatment and food, it isn't enough. Without financial support now, many will struggle to quite simply stay alive in their own home.
Upstairs is where I do my dialysis treatment. I do it 4 times.
You do it 4 times a week?
Yeah, 4 times a week.
Amit counts himself lucky to do his dialysis at home, but the machine he uses is getting more expensive to run. He gets £80 every 6 months to help with costs, but he fears he'll have to go into hospital for his treatment, which may cost him his job.
There is that cost of water, cost of electricity, using the machine, and it's not cheap, because 3 hours of fast pumping is going to take a good toll on your bills. And I worry that, how am I going to afford if the bills hit £400 or £500 a month? I've got no chance. My trouble is, if I don't do my treatment, then I won't survive.
Neither Amit nor Ron want to be victims of the cost of living. They're terrified they're already on that path, though, with very little extra targeted help in sight. Emily Morgan, ITV News.